I get my money, my old age pension at the end of the month, but there's just enough there to pay the bills. There's nothing left to buy groceries. So I would die without this place.
I get about $200 for laundry, bus fare, and groceries left over. The Canada's Food Guide, you need 8 to 10 fresh fruits, vegetables, or frozen or canned. 2 bags of groceries is $200 nowadays, just on fresh fruits and vegetables. You can't buy food.
And then you go into the grocery store and what do? Like, tomato, it's like $3. Like, it's ridiculous. So it's just very hard to like go in. You have to make a list of what you have at home and what you need to make a meal. And then hopefully it'll be on sale when you get there. And if it's not, then you just kind of have to look elsewhere and try and figure out some other meal that you could make with what you have, because it's too hard, it's too expensive.
There used to be more reduced available and somewhat quality reduced, but now it's very minimal and it's real poor quality, like pretty much rotten, but they're still putting it up for sale for $1.69 for the little bag of whatever. And I feel sad for the people that are buying it because they're just trying to get something out of it.
The S.A.F.E project, so the Sustainable and Accessible Food for Empowering Communities, is looking at empowering people to look after their own food sovereignty, so addressing food insecurity. We're also looking at reducing social isolation, building social equity, looking at gardening as a mental health tool, as well as bringing different cultural communities together that address systemic racism in the community.
I'm on ODSP. I don't get a lot to live on. Rent is extremely high and there's nothing you can do about that. You have to pay it or you're going to be homeless. I mean, there has been times where I've gone without eating a meal or 2 in a day because we just didn't have enough. But this place is just so amazing and I'm happy that it's here in the neighborhood. It's really amazing.
Back in 2012, we started with our community garden, and that was a way to bring community together around food. But during the pandemic, one of the things that was introduced to us was the opportunity to start a food bank. And so we started working with the Daily Bread Food Bank as well as Second Harvest. They're providing us food that we can distribute to the community. And our garden is actually having some great impact in trying to provide fresh organic produce for those families that offset some of the lack of food that we're receiving from the food bank.
I have to keep reminding myself that it's okay to ask for help when you need help. But you still, no matter what food bank you go to, you feel a little bit embarrassed and ashamed that you're in that position. I really enjoy being treated equally here and respectfully. Everyone gets the same. I go home and I open these bags and I'll get a pound of bacon and some fresh tomatoes, sometimes out of the garden here. And I have bacon and tomato sandwiches for, I plan my diet around what I've opened and find for the following week and to use it up while it's fresh and still good and everything. That's such a real treat. Like, there's no way I could go to the store and buy bacon and then the tomatoes and the bread and the mayo and all that. But you give me half of it and I've got a little bit at home, put it together, and it's a lovely feast. It's delicious and healthy.
A lot of people, they don't even have the bus fare or the gas money to get to the food bank.
Yeah.
That's one barrier.
I'd often do that for single mothers in our apartment building that I know don't have the money to come on the bus or even the availability because of the young children and what have you. And so I do pick up food for other people and you offer that service, so thank you for that.
The food bank and the community garden really have an association together. What we wanted to do is use our fresh produce and support the food bank with our fresh produce. So our clients at the food bank get a variety of fresh produce, organic produce, which may not necessarily be available through a Daily Bread Food Bank. We're seeing quite a large diversity of different cultures and representation from the community, which we haven't really seen of a lot in the past. And I think giving us additional purpose for our community garden, raising fresh organic vegetables that we can now include in our food packages every Friday.
I got something last summer called eggplant, and I've seen it in the store, but it's purple, and I was kind of scared of it, but I actually Googled how to make different recipes, and I found a recipe that we all actually super love. It's called eggplant parmesan, and I made it, and everyone super loves it. So you get to experience new foods that might be not cultural, to your culture, but we all really love it, and it's really amazing, and it's great to have that.
A lot of people don't know how to cook,
come and get what you're given and work with it to make a meal plan around it. Don't be afraid to ask questions. When you were doing the food program for a few weeks in the winter here, I asked for recipes and then they started coming with the food. So we learned how to make more foods using the food that's here, as the staff did to prepare it for us. So there's always learning opportunities. Just ask.
So having a food meal program that everyone cooks the meals probably be better.
Unfortunately, during the pandemic, we weren't able to operate the community kitchen for quite a while. But lately now we're introducing more cooking workshops, and we're looking at how we can utilize some of the foods in our vegetable gardens and make meals with the families in the very near future. It gives people a lot of options for how they can cook certain foods. One of the things we have been trying to experiment with what foods you get from the food bank, what meals could you make from it? Because there's limitations to what there is available to them. We've also had different presenters come and teach people how to make different cultural meals. From there, we actually then introduced our raised garden beds. So now we have community members that can sort of take that empowering piece and grow their own food. And we're encouraging those that are accessing food banks to actually come here and grow food, any type of food they would like, maybe something that they're culturally related to, and help support them from a food standpoint, reduce their grocery bills, and really reduce our dependency on the food bank system.
This helped so much because I struggle to buy food. I don't have enough money. And without this organization, which is a blessing to the neighborhood, I wouldn't be able to eat.
I'm over 70 and I have cancer, and the fresh vegetables and variety of meat and dairy products allow me to have a healthy diet week to week.
It's been amazing. So having the fresh vegetables has just been a life changer.
One of the biggest impacts, I think, is that we're addressing some of the food insecurity that families are facing. We've gone from serving 40 families a week to 200 families a week.
You don't feel ashamed. It's a warm environment from the painting on the wall, from the moment you enter the building to home in the neighborhood.
Everyone is professional and respectful at all times. Just, it feels good to have come here. And I'm so grateful. Thank you for saving my life.